EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. And tonight we've got an AFC matchup in store for you, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards on the game's opening play. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
This goes to the former Raven, Marquise Brown. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They go play fake. Mahomes. And this pass caught by Gray. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run here with Pacheco. Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And Brown's got it for a Chiefs touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yeah, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Jackson going to keep it running right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes going to throw. Short throw, hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Marlon Humphrey on the defensive side making that look easy from his corner position.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says, we're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Again, it's Henry. Tough running there before being wrangled down shy of the 15. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now it's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Henry. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Inside handoff, Henry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. In motion left, Flowers. Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Now Jackson going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
In motion left, Flowers. And they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Jackson to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Jackson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
On for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. Good return up past the 30. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Well, they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprising face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
First and goal.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Once more, it's Pacheco. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. And the Ravens taking the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The toss right to Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the option right is Jackson. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 53 yards. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf, dude. That's bottom shelf material. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Mahomes now to throw. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Second and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? That's into the hands of Worthy. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And we find the open man. That's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Ravens 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you hit a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. Now Remigio. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then curls back inside for the completion.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
The tight end in motion right. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ravens 25-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And again, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
10 at the 40-yard line.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They go play action with Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jackson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Play action. It's Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 31 yards. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Ravens 17.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
That's about as exciting of a one-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
First down, Kansas City.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. That seemed to be a run-pass option, but when you're going downfield like that, was it designed to be that way?
It certainly was, because what you're trying to do is draw people up with the fake inside, and hopefully people can run past them downfield. But in any event, I like the aggressiveness taking the shot.
It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. Now here's Mahomes. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 7-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie.
Brings up
They know that old expression, it's not my night.
46-yard line.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
A toss left, Henry. And he's got it down to the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone.
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. We'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's going to get this all the way down inside inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
2 yards on the
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 18.
14. And a first down, Chiefs.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Well, a good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
Patrick Mahomes, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs will add to their fourth quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And out only 5 to the 27. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's incomplete.
Pass intended for DeAndre Hopkins. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with a sack.
It's 4th down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own
KC's
41-yard
offense
line.
ready to take over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's caught right side by Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Kyle Van Noy, his 2nd sack of the night. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no gain on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so. Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll run here with Pacheco. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Here's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Second down and 6 now. Throwing is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
37. Ravens 31.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Kansas City.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. To throw is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back to throw, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mahomes to throw. This is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 34 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 12. A little over a minute and a half remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Jackson. Connecting with Andrews. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
It's complete to Hopkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Throwing, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here's second down. Jackson to throw. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
4 yards on.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. from Baltimore. Good night, everybody.